that we're doing this willy-nilly.
And you can't make those changes willy-nilly. You've got to ask permission to do that.
We don't want government to be looking through everybody's phones, willy-nilly.
You can't just say whatever you want and go all willy-nilly with your character count. There are rules here.
It's not just that people are being released willy-nilly.
So again, it's not a willy-nilly approach.
So you don't just give it away willy-nilly and then you don't have any left.
It is not true that it has been this sort of willy-nilly, let's bomb a village.
Yeah, the crime scene and all really turned the place upside down.
Everything is upside down here. Everything's upside down. Also completely, totally upside down.
On the contrary, in my experience, they do care. They're passionate about social action.
On the contrary, I am humbled by how much more we have to do. On the contrary, we need information on uncertainty.
On the contrary, it can become exceptionally personal. On the contrary, it's critical.
Plot on the contrary.
On the contrary, that I think raises the interest of the United States.
On the contrary, we will collaborate with industry to find technology.
So, for instance,
outsmart
For instance.
the very companies that they depend
For
on.
instance.
For instance.
For instance.
I think it's seductive to believe that you can outsmart the market.
Have to outsmart the very companies that they depend on for these lives.
To outsmart Big Brother and protect source.
To outsmart the rat, Andre began obsessively looking for a solution.
Bacteria can evolve very quickly to outsmart us, to subvert.
We cannot outsmart all the hackers in the world.
I'm going to outsmart it.
To outsmart an animal in its natural environment.
I think we can outsmart it.
From now on.
So from now on.
But from now on.
From now on.
From now on,
From now on.
Diplomacy from now on.
from now on,
in my opinion,
In my opinion.
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 in my opinion,
From my point of view,
from my point of view,
from my point of view,
from my point of view.
If I'm not mistaken.
if I'm not mistaken,
If I'm not mistaken,
If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken.
if I'm not mistaken,
if I'm not mistaken,
If I'm not mistaken.
So as I see it,
as I see it,
As I see it.
so as I see it,
as I see it,
As I see it.
it's supposed to be hard. The hard is what makes it great.
And I'm also supposed to be wearing the mask, but I won't do that today.
okay.
You're supposed to be in a loving family. You're supposed to have that support around you.
Oh, you're supposed to be quiet.
This is supposed to be a portrait of Louis Roy by Gauguin from 1889.
You know, this is not supposed to be this way. Something has gone wrong.
You're supposed to keep your head down. You're supposed to be bland. You're supposed to be uncontroversial.
That's our job. We're not supposed to be impeding progress. We're supposed to be advancing progress. I was about to die.
And I was about to leave. And
I was about to move on.
and I was about to begin my adult smart person life.
And I was about to become homeless. I was like, damn.
I was about to give up.
I was about to embark on a cross-country bicycle trip.
It's going to be the teaching question, isn't it?
Sorry to interrupt. I respect that. Sorry to interrupt you earlier.
No, it's totally fine.
Thank you very much. It was really, really interesting.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but
The
just sorry to interrupt. I want to be rude. There's quite a lot to come back to. I suppose my feeling.
Just sorry to interrupt you, Naval, but you brought this up, and it's sort of a funny story.
I mean, by the way, curious, sorry to interrupt you, but it's actually.
we'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Use oil. Horticultural oil would do the trick.
Those tools won't do the trick.
Unfortunately, that didn't do the trick.
And right about there should do the trick.
Look, I just think that doesn't do the trick.
It will provoke an endless cycle of more tit for tat.
and engaging in a tit for tat around jobs. We can't get engaged in a daily tit for tat.
This is not a political tit for tat situation.
Both countries do this tit for tat all the time.
Well, I don't want to get into the tit for tat on that right now.
Fighting, tit for tat. There is no end with tit for tat. There's always a tit that you can tat against, and there's always a tat that you can tit against. It's a never-ending cycle.
Because there is no doubt racism affects our society.
There is no doubt this is the biggest conservation opportunity in Africa.
And there is no doubt that he wants you to know he's with you. He's with you.
But there is no doubt that Hitler's oration abilities are unrivaled throughout history.
So there is no doubt that the president understands.
And there is no doubt these are difficult days. The truth that regardless of race, religion, or station in life,
successful professional life, regardless of how many Instagram followers you have.
Regardless of their background, and they deliver outstanding results.
Which will publish any trial conducted in humans, regardless of whether it has a positive or a negative result.
Can come from anyone in the group, regardless of their role.
Regardless of gender, regardless of religion, regardless of ethnicity, and regardless of race.
Now, I can't guarantee that this is good politics.
I can't guarantee to get everything right all of the time.
I can't guarantee that it's going to be better than a Matt Damon talk.
I can't guarantee it, and I'm really sorry.
Because I can't guarantee how long that will last.
I can't guarantee every person currently in their current job will keep their job.